Hi guys, Rainbow here. I have some people asking me about the med beds. Is that BS? Is that fake? Is that bologna sandwich? Are people just using it, making up a crock of shit and just taking advantage of people? Well, what is it? How does it work? Why is it coming? How long has it been here? All this and that. Let's touch base upon the med beds. Maybe if some of you have seen some pictures, it looks like alien technology, like what you see in the movies, a capsule or a bed where you lay down, and I don't want to say like an MRI, but like a shell, a very advanced technology, and like a shell, like a pod where you can open it up, close it, and basically it's been here for a long time. It's not quote unquote new, but it just seems new to those who have never heard of it because it's been hidden. Past people in power have used it, basically bargained, had made deals with other ET races to receive advanced technologies, but of course they didn't want to share it with the public, make this knowledge known or share it. So it has been around for a long time. And why are they hiding it? Well, these people maybe they might argue, oh, the public's not ready for it, the general public's not ready for it yet, we need to warm them up to it, let's give them some decades or whatever. When they show things to us, like the government and whatnot, it doesn't mean it's new. It means that it's been going on for a long time. And for example, like when you see it in the movies, that's just a preview. Or when they show you in documentaries, it means they're not there anymore. They are more advanced in the technologies that they're using. Yeah, by decades, if not more. So things such as AI robots, smart dust, nanotech, nanoparticles, med beds. These things have been around. They've just been hidden. What do I mean when they did bargaining? So, for example, maybe certain politicians or presidents have made deals with ET races and said, well, I'll trade you this for this. And, it doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be even humans. It can be the technology. This advanced technology, well, quote unquote advanced, such as the med beds. Now, how and why does this work, and who will it not work for? For those of you who work with energy and frequency, whether you're scientific, or alchemists, or in the metaphysical world, work with metaphysics, there are different frequencies like sound, light, vibration, resonance, many different forms. And these forms that I can tell you are what we experience here in this realm. And then there's others that we may not be able to relate or explain because, for example, in different worlds or realms, like there's not a name or a label or a concept because, like for example, that color doesn't exist, or whatever, that content, that material, that like let's say liquid or plasma or state of matter. Like, oh, well, there's not a word for that. We can't translate it into our language because it it doesn't exist. Like, oh yeah, that color exists in a different dimension, in a different world, different planet. Like, for example, when you watch Avatar, the movie, it's a lot of vibrant colors and ways of looking at things that we don't look at. Now, before I remembered how a lot of things can heal in this dimension, such as quote-unquote magic stones or rocks or crystals that people would tease me about. Oh, that's BS. Why do you have those? That's fake. Why do you have those stones or whatever, amulets? There are a lot of things that emit energy, and even inanimate objects. What do I mean? Have you heard of growing plants, growing a garden, and seeing, for example, putting coils or copper wires or some kind of conductors to help enhance the growth and success of the plant, around the plant, like in the soil or whatever, putting around it, like a fence or a support. Well, there are different things, such as grounding things. You ground yourself as a human, you ground your body, you ground your house. All these things that ground, how does that help? Well, when you think of energy, how do you feel good? You want to be balanced, right? You want to be centered, grounded, and have flow. Not be too open, but not be too closed, just right, with your chakras, the centers, the wheels, your energy centers. And there are certain frequencies, certain places where you resonate. Like, for example, I don't have my bowl or my chime with me at the moment, like bells or Tibetan bowls or sound bowls, different chimes. Like when you sing on music, there's notes on a scale. When you hit certain notes, it vibrates at certain, like, middle C or whatever, right? And there's a certain frequency or note that would heal or balance, maybe amplify or slow down or decrease or fill out a certain chakra. Like, for example, let's say your throat chakra. And let's talk about an imbalance in your throat chakra. That could be maybe not speaking up when it is needed. Not just speaking up for noise and making noise and unproductive speech. I'm talking about speaking up when it really matters. Like maybe speaking up for justice or speaking up for yourself, or when you see someone else getting taken advantage of, something like that. Or so the imbalance might be not speaking enough, being shut down, or speaking too much and just kind of wasting your energy, unproductive speech, unproductive interactions. Whether it be verbal, written, or maybe even expressed through music or singing, maybe even drama or art or theater, creative performances. So that's just an example of the energy that can be through sound. Now, light and color, some of you may have heard of light and color therapy, or even Bach flower essence therapy. There's so many different energies that can heal the imbalances that people have. And that's basically what this medbed is doing. And it can also regenerate limbs, kind of like how a starfish regenerates its limbs. It uses so you have an aura and you have different energy bodies If for example, your arm is amputated or cut off or who knows, blown up, a limb, your leg is blown up in war, it can be regrown. It'll use the copy of your etheric body and regenerate. You're like, oh my God, that is surreal. Are you kidding me? That only happens in the movies. Well, I'm going to remind you, art imitates reality. Where do you think the movies get their stuff from? Reality. It's not the other way around, but those who know what they're doing and create these movies want you to think that. So the medbeds went to a little bit of the history coming from the ETs, advanced technology, how we get it, why is it hidden, how does it work, vibration, frequency. I gave you examples with, okay, let's go back to the throat chakra again. I give you examples with the sound, like whether it be sound therapy or sound healing, whether it be music or just different scales, different notes. That's vibration. Light therapy, different colors. So the color for the throat chakra is a turquoise blue. The third eye is mostly like indigo, so darker blue, and then the crown is purple or purple and white, purple, white, and gold, and the third eye is more like bluish purple or indigo, and the throat, so it's a blue, but it's more of the lighter blue, like aquamarine, robin egg blue, turquoise blue, turquesa. And why do I bring up color therapy? I've also brought up sound. I've also brought up light or color. Maybe one day you want to wear, you're just so attracted to this color, maybe lavender. Or yesterday you were attracted to yellow, mustard yellow, which is yellow, the solar plex, which is for power, willpower. The imbalance of it would be shame, anger, and the balance of it would be, of the solar plex, would be abundance, pride, being proud, confidence, willpower, abundance, so power. And for the throat chakra, it's turquoise. Some days you might crave to eat beef and you don't know why. Or maybe some days you might crave to eat something like that has magnesium in it. So whenever you're lacking something, you crave or desire it, right? Whether it be vitamins, minerals in certain foods, and or rest. When you rest, you allow yourself to recharge. You allow your body to heal itself more naturally, to heal itself faster. So you have to allow that time. You have to allow that space, that caring, that nurturing. You don't just recharge while you're crashing and burning. You have to give yourself that time. And when you go in the med bed, that's what's happening. All these different frequencies and energies are realigning you, and not only does it regrow limbs and heal different ailments and diseases, it actually makes you look younger, more youthful. So everybody will be looking youthful. Yes. Another oh my gosh moment. What else did I need to say? What else was I meant to say for this topic regarding the med beds? Your body knows what it needs. You desire certain colors at certain times because it strengthens or calms or quells whatever you need. It realigns, it rebalances different parts of your body, different issues, whether it's mental, emotional, spiritual, physical, or certain organs, because, we have different imbalances linked to certain organs. Like, for example, when you look at Oriental medicine, the kidney is linked with fear, the imbalance of it. And then when you look at the liver, it's linked with anger, things like that. And there's certain colors, like the color for the liver is green, the color for the kidney is blue, and there's certain symbols and sounds and vibrations. So even if this may seem all hooey-dooey and all this and that, this is why it works. This is why certain crystals, stones, sounds, things that you utter, words, tones, tonations, or even the ding, the, what do you call those? Tuning forks. Same thing with the bowls, the sound bowls. So I'm just giving you all these, all these different things. The elixirs from the flower essences, Bach flower essences, the essential oils, the aromatherapy. So another sense, the smell. So it can be things you ingest. All these different frequencies are healing. That is what the medbed is doing. We're not meant to be old. We're not meant to be in dis-ease. Okay. This leads me to the last point of the medbed. You can't be in fear. We have to let go of that vibration of fear. This is what our spiritual evolution is on this plane, this planet, this plane. We came here to learn and let go and transcend and let go of what? A lot of limiting beliefs, a lot of programming, a lot of trauma. And this world has a lot of trauma. All of us do. So we're growing. We're all growing individually and together as a collective. Everybody's watching us. And when I say everybody, I mean a lot of different beings are watching us, like on this plane, like we're a soap opera. They're waiting for us to grow. They're like, come on. They're cheering us on like, oh, are they going to stay in their spiritual enslavement? Or are they going to actually keep ascending? Are they going to push through and grow? Or are they just going to keep destroying themselves? So these med beds and the fear, we got to let go of the fear vibration. What is this fear? Okay? Fear is lack, is scarcity, is limitation, is war, is division. Lack of what and scarcity of what? These are false. The truth is there is more than enough on this plane for everyone. But this is just a matrix. This is a programming. This is like a video game. They want to trick you, and you have to break out of it with your mind. How you let go of this fear is realizing that there is more than enough for everyone. And when I say more than enough, I mean tangible and intangible. What do I mean? I'm not just talking about money or land or wealth or like finances, jet planes and belongings, cars, land, buildings, properties, real estate, assets, trust funds. I'm talking about the intangible too. There is more than enough love for everyone, more than enough approval, more than enough self-worth. Yeah, did that hit you in your heart? Did that hit you in your gut? It's meant to. So these med beds work because it goes above and beyond the vibration of fear. This scarcity mentality, this jealousy, this insecurity, all of these lack, loss, limitation, failures, all of these negatives, living out of crisis mode, living out of depletion, trying to suck everyone for everything for what they're worth because of this perspective that is so devalued, this perspective of looking at everyone like they're empty and negative and worthless. When you view the lens, when you see the beauty in you in the mirror, when you practice and train and heal yourself by looking in the mirror and you feel comfortable and you know that you're more than enough and that you're a child of God, then and only then can you see that in other people. Can you see that in our world? Let me repeat that. When you can see the beauty and the power and the abundance in yourself, then you can genuinely see that in other people. You can see that in your life. It's always been there. You just have to break from this programming of the matrix. Extricate yourself, extricate your mind from it. Physically, mentally, financially, emotionally. You can and you will. That's why you came here. Okay, so that was the med beds. Let me know if you have any other questions regarding the med beds. Letting go of the fear, letting go of fear vibration, you know, this us versus them mentality, the scarcity, the war, division, fear of everything, fear of anything negative. We got to let go of that, and that's how the med beds work. The vibration is high. That's how you will be youthful. That's how you will be perfectly healed and restored to your natural state, which is how we're meant to be. All right, this is Rainbow Heart Freedom Eagle signing out. As usual, healing.